This comment section is what you call absolutely vile. Just gonna say it, it's absolutely vile. We're gonna start on the first point of this about a real job, right? I was a hairdresser. I know what a real job is. I stood on my feet constantly, and I was the hairdresser that, guess what I did? Never took breaks. Put back-to-back clients in, back-to-back, 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 all the time. Workaholic. Squeeze them in, it's fine, I'll do it, I won't have a break. Trust me when I say, I know what hard work is. I've worked from the age of 14, okay? I was a hairdressing junior at 14, and best believe me, it's one of the most testing jobs you'll ever do in your life. When you're a young girl, right? I know what hard work is. I've also been a single mum my whole life, since having Lily. Well, not my whole life, but the whole time I've been a mum. Trust me when I tell you I know what hard work is. The comment section comparing nurses to what I'm doing, I never even mentioned nurses. Why is nurses even being compared? No one is saying anything about nurses, right? First up, nurses and doctors, I owe my whole life to. I absolutely love and respect nurses and doctors on the highest level you could ever imagine. I don't talk about it, but nurses and doctors saved my little boy's life. If it wasn't for nurses and doctors in the NHS, my little boy, hard fact, wouldn't be here. So trust me when I say the level of respect I have for healthcare professionals is so high, you couldn't get anything higher. But when healthcare professionals get in the comment section and then doubt, I wasn't even bringing yous into it, yous have brought yourself into it, and start doubting and saying horrible, nasty things to me, try doing a 12-hour shift on a ward. Remember, I've spent a lot of my time in hospitals, a lot, right? And I know what it's like on an NHS ward. You don't need to even try and dig me out. The NHS is understaffed, you're overworked, you're not appreciated, I understand it, but don't come for people and say you don't know that you're even living, because that was one of the comments, you don't know that you're living. When I tell you I don't take a day off, you don't see what I do behind the scenes of this job. You don't see I'm in and out of meetings every day. I work 7 days a week, whether you fucking like it or whether you don't, right? I work 7 days a week, whether you like it or you don't, right? Would I say that this job, personally, right now, is it more convenient because I can pick up my children from school, I can choose my own hours, but it is emotionally and fucking physically exhausting at times, right? I'm gonna be real with you, it's exhausting. The abuse, the mental torture, honestly, when I tell you the briefs, reading things, doing things, I have never felt so under pressure in my life as I do with this job. Knowing product knowledge, studying, you don't even know what entails. Do you know what I do before I go on a live at night? I sit and study the brands and the products. You think I just walk onto set and know everything that I'm talking about. It's wild, right? It's wild how that comment section has went. And it's like, oh, poor me and stuff like that. This is not about anyone else. This page is called Stephanie Vavron, right? You're following my life. And if you've got attitudes like this, then this is why you're in a job clearly you do not like. Because even though my job is emotionally and mentally taxing, and I tell you right now, it is emotionally and mentally taxing, right? To do this job and be berated every single day about how I look, how everything, I get judged on everything. That alone is so fucking difficult mentally, right? I would never go on the internet and bash another person's job, or if they were saying, do you know what, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I've had 3 hours sleep. Do you know what time I got to my bed last night? And I'm not whinging, right? I'm just trying to point out and show you behind the scenes of what it's like to be a creator that does lives. 3 o'clock, I eventually started to fall asleep. It's now 6 o'clock and I'm about to get back to the studio for 8:15. I'm just telling you that in between this, remember the run up to this, I wasn't sitting fucking relaxing with no job. I was doing my job, having my children, doing the school run. I do it every single day. No one else does that for me. I don't understand what people can't see. about my life. It's so weird. It's so bizarre. I've also got an additional needs little boy that is very high care needs. I don't show our life up with him as much as I used to. But best believe me, that is a bloody full-time job on its own, looking after Max. So when he goes to school and I'm literally dived right into work and then I'm right back to having the kids, it's like, I don't think people realise, it's pissed me off, if I'm being honest, because I've got so much respect for anyone working in the NHS, doctors, nurses, but I tell you something, sometimes the attitude on the apps of try being a nurse, 12-hour shifts, 4 days a week, back to back with having children and not sleeping, I wouldn't relate to that because I'm not a nurse. So, but it's like, I've got empathy towards you because that must be fucking horrific, right? You must be exhausted. You're underpaid, overworked, I get it. But why are you comparing to another woman that's on the internet saying, oh my god, I'm fucking exhausted, I think I've maybe bitten off more than I can chew. My tonsils right now feel like they're about to fucking explode. I shouldn't even really be speaking. Remember, I talk for 12 hours. Last night I actually stayed on longer. It was actually close to 13 to 14 hours yesterday. I talked. My throat is absolutely in agony. There was no one else talking. So that live, it's like a show. You've got to continuously talk the whole time. I'm not comparing. It's not like anything else. It's nothing like anything else I've ever done in my life. If I'm honest, I've been a hairdresser, and this job, doing 12-hour live streams, honestly, I would give me a 12-hour call and back-to-back full head of highlights with toners, with no break, any day of the week. Because that shit yesterday is exhausting. It's exhausting. I don't care what anybody says. Until you have done a 12-hour live on your own, no co-host, back to back, you will never understand it. You will never understand it. I probably thought, oh my god, this is really glamorous. You're just watching. It's like QVC. Don't even think. Honestly, until you've done it, you will never, ever, ever understand. Because I would have thought it was so easy. And I tell you something, it's bloody not. To keep the energy level to what that is the whole time for 12 hours with no dip, trust me, it's bloody hard. It's bloody hard going. There's so much jobs out there, right guys? There is so much jobs out there that are absolutely underpaid, overworked. I am not saying that. If I could change anything and get nurses and doctors more money, less hours, trust me, I would. Because if you want to bloody stand outside, that was my other alarm going off, but I'm up before my alarm. I would do that, but I'm just a person on the internet. Don't get angry at me because I'm saying that I'm tired and that I don't know how I'm going to wind down after a 12-hour shift. Like, I just don't think people realise. I just don't think people realise. And it's taken the completely wrong way. And I don't think even if, right? I remember for instance, right? My friends that had children that slept for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours, right? If they came round to my house for a cup of tea and was like, do you know what, I'm fucking exhausted being a mum. I'm so exhausted. I'm so tired. I've only had X amount of sleep. And I was sitting there was only been able to sleep 2 hours because Max was absolutely the worst sleeper when he was a baby ever. He would never sleep at all. I would have never made my friend feel like shit and went, try doing this. Try doing what I'm doing with my son. He doesn't sleep. I would be like, oh my god, that person's tired. Like, it's all relative. Stop comparing yourself. It's such a negative mindset. It's such a negative mindset. If you don't like your job, find something else. Do something else that's less taxing, because I'm telling you right now, nurses and doctors have been underpaid, overworked for years. It's never going to change. The NHS, and it irritates me. It's actually something I'm quite passionate about. Nurses, to me, especially like the ones in the neonatal when Max was ill, literally are angels on earth.